Good morning. The trucker must be on that train.
Who are you? Police.
What is this? I've done nothing wrong.
Yes. Take him out.
My pawn box. My pawn box.
What was your part in the bomb plot against Gandhi?
What plot?
Here in Delhi 10 days ago.
Nothing.
Why did you leave town the same night?
I live in Pune. My old granny's...
Don't lie, you have no granny. We know all about you, Chaco. Refugee from the Punjab. Family wiped out in riots. Joined the SNS secret society at Pune. Purchased a gun at the Janta Arms Shop, Bombay on December the 18th.
Why the gun, Chaco?
For protection in case of riots.
This is your last chance to confess before you taste the lathi,
No,
understand?
please. I know nothing, nothing.
Give me that. India has been an independent nation for only 6 months, and already you have forgotten the meaning of our struggle.
We were only trying to frighten.
No more lathis! We are a free people.
I would not have actually used
Outside, all of you. I'll talk to him alone. Sit over there.
You're not from the police.
I am the superintendent of police in Delhi. You don't look like a terrorist to me either. How old are you?
17.
When I was 17, I belonged to a secret society very much like yours.
I belong to nothing.
It was during troubled times, the year of the famine, that came to Nagpur, where I lived.
A famine is caused by nature, not by men.
My secret society blamed everything on the British, just as yours now blames everything on Mahatma Gandhi. The parched earth, the scavenging dogs that fattened on those who died of starvation.
There are men who fatten on the dead today.
One day, the English principal of our school announced that a shipment of grain had finally arrived. He asked the students to unload it. I refused to cooperate with the British and talked the others into refusing also. The grain rotted in the station. 2 weeks later, my mother and my sister were dead of the epidemic that came with the famine.
They died. You were left alone.
Yes, like you.
At least you did not see your baby sister picked up by the heels and dashed against the wall.
Your society killed her, Chaco. You killed her by teaching hatred and murder.
No!
Yes, and now you have returned to assassinate the only man who can restore peace to our country, the only one who keeps his head in the general madness. The violence that you have seen, that I have seen, haven't we had enough of it? Gandhiji's life shows us how foolish it is to try to save ourselves by the use of force. He has organized India into a nation, led the fight to freedom, presided over the birth of our independence, and all without harming a single hair of anyone's head. Yet he himself is as easy to kill as to pluck a flower. Help me to save him, Chaco. Help me.
I don't know. You're trying to mix me up. My pan box. I lost my pan box.
Here. Keep it. Are there others involved in the plot?
No.
Where are they?
I don't know.
Where?
I told you I don't know.
Who are they?
I don't know them.
Help me, Chaco. Help me.
I wish I could. But I don't know who they are or where I was supposed to meet them. I was arrested before a messenger from the society could find me.
When is the attempt on Gandhiji's life to be made?
I'm not sure. Maybe today, tomorrow, the day after. Whatever the astrologers say is a most auspicious time.
Astrologer, which is the first auspicious day for embarking on a dangerous venture?
What is the venture, my son?
The murder of a saintly man?
There is no auspicious day for murdering a saintly man.
Well then, the killing of an evil man?
That day is today, before sundown.
Well,
Why are we bothering with such nonsense?
it is nonsense, but I have my reasons. What does he say?
Today before sundown.
Any more names on the list?
Nope. We've covered every astrologer in town. Only the most reactionary give an answer. Here's the report. It is as you've heard.
Can't you get the Prime Minister to speak to
Prime
Gandhiji?
Minister is out of town.
Then the Deputy Prime Minister.
Confined to his bed with a heart attack.
Isn't there somebody Gandhiji will listen to?
Maybe. Munda, I want you to assign 6 teams to cover the theaters, cafes, all the public places. Keep the rest of your men combing the streets. I want them to stop and search anyone who looks suspicious. If there is any doubt, bring him in.
Yes, sir.
Secretariat, South Block.
All right. What makes you so certain that the assassination attempt will take place this evening?
We arrested a member of the SNS secret society this morning. He confessed that he was part of a plot to kill Gandhiji on the most auspicious day.
And you automatically assume that today is the day?
I had my men talk to every astrologist in Delhi. Most of them refused to answer such a question, but of 22 that did, 19 named today, and 11 of them specified the hour before sunset.
Surely you don't believe in astrology, does?
Of course not. But the members of this secret society are a group of reactionary fanatics, and they do believe in it.
If you are so certain that the attempt will be made this evening, why don't you fill the garden with your agents around the place so that nobody can get through?
If Bapu insists on holding the meeting, he will also insist on leaving it open to anyone who wants to attend. He will not permit us to search or interrogate a solitary one of them. If I had 500 top men to deploy, and I don't have 50 who are trained in this kind of work, I could not guarantee Bapu's safety in that garden. Now, will you come with me to Birla House and talk with him?
I always feel so small when I'm with him. Makes a fool of me. Somebody has to keep the political machinery oiled, isn't it? He confuses realism with wickedness.
It is getting late. If you refuse to accompany me, I will have to go there alone.
Bring my car round at once.
Welcome to my humble home, gentlemen.
Something has just come up.
Of course, I understand your secretary said you wish to see Gandhiji. Follow me, please.
Bapu, there are guests to see you.
Birla, do not bend so much over me, as if I am a stone image in a temple. See how well this machine works.
It works nicely, Bapu.
If you promise to make use of it, I will give it to you.
No, it would be wasted on me. It seems I no longer can find time for spinning.
All your factories are not sufficient to our need, Birla. If every one of us would spin 1 hour a day, there would be no shortage of clothing in our country. No one would have to do without.
Namaste, Mahatma Ji. Mr. Das, our superintendent of police, and I have come to see you on most urgent business. I do not have to preface my remarks by saying how we all feel about you. You are the architect of our freedom, our philosopher, our treasured guide.
Then why do you never listen to me, Musaddi?
Believe me, Mahatma Ji, when it is humanly possible, I listen.
Good. Then after you leave here, you must denounce the communal rioting in India as well as in Pakistan. Violence is the law of the brute, just as non-violence is the law of our species.
Mahatma Ji, I did not come here to discuss these matters.
Bapu, your life is in danger.
But it has always been, my child.
Not this way. There is a plot to assassinate you during your prayer meeting tonight.
God forbid.
No, my friend. You must not be afraid. We must forget fear.
I apologize for being so blunt, but there is very little time.
That is why I personally have come here. As soon as Mr. Das told me of the plot, I said, come along. We must warn Mahatma Ji at once.
It is the same group which threw the bomb last month, the Society of Nation Saviors.
Yes, I have heard of them. They're terrorists, fanatics.
They are worse than the wolf and the jackal.
I will not listen to such talk. Their souls are as imperishable as ours. If they wish to destroy me, it is for my sins, not for their own.
What are you saying, Bapuji?
If I am killed violently, it is because I have failed.
Bapu, please call off your prayer meeting tonight.
You have a good heart, my child, but you trouble yourself too much about an old man.
You are our most precious possession.
It is a mistake if you think my life is worth more than the life of the simplest peasant or the street sweeper. God watches over us all alike.
Mahatma Ji, you are no child. We cannot order you about. For your own sake, for our motherland, do as we ask.
I cannot. My friends have already started to come, and it is a long walk for many of them.
Bapu, if you will not cancel the prayer meeting, at least permit me to walk with you.
My granddaughters walk with me. They are my walking sticks.
Then allow me to walk in front of them.
What is that you clutch so tightly, my child?
This case?
Yes. From the way you hold it, one would think that you keep your dearest possessions there. Tell me, for you know how curious old man can be. What is inside?
My gun.
And if you walked with me, would you leave your gun behind?
I would be of no use without it.
Then it is not you, but your gun which would walk with me. I have dedicated my life to war against the gun. I will not try to save my life by surrendering to the gun this late in my day.
Is that your final word?
Do not fear, my dear friends. Love will conquer hate. Trust in love. It will protect all of us. It is truth. It is God.
Open the door, please. We are the waiting room manager. Open the door, please. We are the waiting room manager.
Yes, yes. Give me a chance to put on my shirt, will you? Why are we disturbed?
You must vacate the room by 11:30.
That is impossible. We cannot leave before 3.
Out of the question. It is against regulation. Your time expires by 12 noon, and there's a long waiting list.
You will have to stretch those regulations for once.
My good sir, I am a government official. I am not empowered to change these regulations, but to see that they're enforced, and that is a warning.
You warn me, you little toad of a bureaucrat.
What did he say?
No, he's sorry. He meant no harm.
I've had a bad night. I apologize. But may I humbly put a question to you, sir? As a government official?
Certainly, sir.
Consider, would India be free today if none of us had ever broken British regulations?
I myself have...
Surely you, an important officer of our independent nation, must have participated in our struggle for freedom.
Perhaps I participated in a small way.
But all that is beside the point. I only mention it to you to show that regulations must be treated with flexibility by great men.
Huh? I tell you what, I promise nothing, understand? But perhaps by 11:30, some of the people on this list might have found accommodation elsewhere.
Yes, that's fine.
No. I cannot take your money now, but I'll do my best.
If we cannot keep the room, where will we go? The police are everywhere.
But they do not know what we look like. Most of the time, men hunted by the police betray themselves. You act guilty, you are guilty.
Yes, you are right. I never thought of it that way, but I can see that you are right. Do you want to smoke?
Oh, no. I'll try to get some more sleep.
I keep thinking how strange it is that I'm going to kill a man.
Strange? What is strange? Considering who he is, what he's done? Giving half our country away to the Muslims?
To kill is not in my horoscope. And if it is not in the stars, then what is the road that brought us here? Can you tell me?
I don't know. Maybe it's the pond?
What?
Nothing.
What about the pond?
Lakshmi Village Pond, that's the pond. I never told even you.
Told me what?
You probably don't even remember that day we were washing the buffaloes in Lakshmi Pond. It was many years ago. You were 9? I was 12. Did you ever wonder why I always went to Lakshmi Pond, though there were watering holes much nearer our farm? Well, it was on the road to the British Army encampment. Sometimes we would catch a glimpse of soldiers coming down that road. In all their brass and brightness, they looked to me like gods.
Look what we have here. Most likely pair of recruits I've ever seen. What's your name?
Natu.
Natu. Very smart little boy, Kilpatrick. He knows his own name, he does. Do you know what regiment we come from?
5th Dragoon Guards.
I told you so. He's a very smart little boy. We ought to make him our regiment mascot.
Oh, that's a poor idea, and I'll drink to that.
You too, lad. You'll have to learn to hold your whiskey if you're going to be our mascot.
Hey there, boy, that's Nassau whiskey. From those hills up there yonder. We'll pay you for all you can get for us.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
12, Sahib. I mean general.
Well, when you're 18, you come up to the encampment and see the recruiting officer. Tell him you want to enlist. We'd be proud to have you.
In the native infantry, that is. Hey, come on there, boy.
Are you really going to enlist in the army now, too?
Yes. He's not really a general, but someday I shall be one. For 6 years, all I lived for was the day I would be old enough to join the army. Finally, it came. The most beautiful morning of my life. It was my 18th birthday. I was up even before my mother had drawn water from the well and made the fire.
Good morning, Mother.
Morning, my son. Wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you, Mother. You know, this is the most beautiful day of my life. And you know why? Because I'm going to join the army.
When I told my mother I was leaving to become a soldier, she began to cry. What she said next was even more of a blow to me than what I had just told her. My father had arranged a marriage for me with a child bride, and it was to take place within a month. She reminded me my father was a Brahmin priest and it would be a double sin to disobey him, but I was determined to be a soldier and rushed off to tell him so.
May I speak with you, Dada?
Later. I'm conducting a funeral service this morning.
Excuse me, but I cannot wait. I'm leaving to join the army.
Am I being punished for my sins? On his 18th birthday, my son comes to me and tells me shaming his caste.
Soldiering is an honorable profession, Dada. Please let us not argue. I've come for your blessing.
There are no soldiers in my family.
Please try to understand. I would not be happy as a priest.
It is your privilege, your duty to serve God.
Father, I know I would make a good soldier.
The literal meaning of our name, Godse, is the chosen ones of God. Your duty is to be a priest and get married and have a son, who will also be a priest, as it has been in our family for 12 generations.
With respect, Father, what about me? What I want to do? I'm not ready to be married. You arranged everything without telling me.
Save yourself the trouble of speech. I can no longer hear what you say.
I do not want to hurt you, Father, but I am going to join the army today. I'm not doing it to spite you, but because it is something I love. Now I must go. It's a long walk to the camp. Will you not wish me luck, Dada?
I do not know you.
I've come to enlist! Are you trying to kill me? Idiots, I've business inside.
What is it, son?
I must see the recruiting officer, Saab. I want to enlist.
Oh, that's what all the noise is about. Well, Captain Goff's in there, waiting for bright young lads like you. Let him in.
Thank you, Saab. I wish, please, to see the officer, Captain Goff.
Come with me.
What have we here?
I've come to enlist, Saab.
Well, never mind the salute. You're not a soldier yet.
I'm sorry, sir.
Age?
18 today, sir.
What size shoe do you wear?
I've never worn shoes.
Sir?
Sir?
Can you read?
Yes, sir.
What's this say?
Paris night. Oh, sir.
Name?
Nadram Vinayak Gotse.
What caste is that?
Chitpao and Brahmin. There are no higher castes.
Sorry, no openings.
But, sir...
I told you there's no room. Dismissed.
But surely in such a large army there must be room.
Not for your kind. Not in my company. You Brahmins are too proud for my taste. Can't take orders. Such as now, for instance. I said get out.
Please, sir, give me a chance. I will take orders. I'll become a great hero. You'll see. Leave me alone. I must join the army. I'm old enough to enlist. I'm fit. I'm strong. Just give me a test.
Throw him out.
Let go of me. Stop it. I have a right to enlist.
B Company, fall in! What is it, Lieutenant?
There's a riot in town, sir.
Right, move, on the double.
Yes, sir.
On the way home, I wanted to smash every pasty English face I saw. But there wasn't time. There had been a political meeting in our village. Despite Gandhi's policy of appeasement, Hindu-Muslim tensions exploded. Riots had broken out following the meeting. Even though we had nothing to do with politics, our house was attacked. The pious followers of Gandhi and his non-violence now came to help. But when they were needed, they hadn't raised a hand to protect our farm.
Natu, your father, your father.
I learned then and there the result of appeasement, non-violence, and all the things Gandhi preaches. And so had my mother. Our home was destroyed, and my father lay dying with a broken back.
I've come back, Father.
He would tell you now if he could to join the army. Learn to fight, Nathu, and defend yourself. Repay violence with violence.
Promise me, my son, that you'll marry Sita.
I will avenge you, Father. I will avenge you.
Child bride. Two weeks later, I married Sita, and you know what happened to her.
Yes, yes, but not with these other things you should have told me before.
So now you know why we're here. There was no army then that would have me. No way to strike back. Until I joined the society. But tonight after tonight, I settle the score.
But if it is only for revenge, Natuji.
It's for the sacred honor. The very survival of our motherland. Now go and get me some food. I'm starved. And beer.
No, no, they said we should not
Never
drink it.
mind what they said. Just remember, talk to no one and get back as fast as you can.
Should not Choco be here by
Don't
now?
worry. There's still plenty of time. Now go.
Mr. Das, the IGP is waiting for you, sir.
Ah, Das, step up. A very fair lot. This is only a dress rehearsal. Big show on Sunday.
May I speak to you alone for a moment, please, General?
I shall be in my office in an hour.
I'm afraid this is very important. I don't think it can wait.
Oh? Well?
There may be trouble this evening.
What sort of trouble?
I'm afraid another attempt will be made on the Mahatma's life.
That is trouble.
If it's successful, riots will surely break out in Delhi and possibly spread all over the country. The army might have to control the situation. I just wanted to alert you, General.
Look here, Das. If you know about this possibility, why haven't you done
We
something
have been
about
doing
it?
everything in our power to stop it, but unfortunately the Mahatma is not very cooperative when it comes to matters of his own safety.
Why can't you do something about him?
I'm not sure what you mean, General.
Tough fighters, those. There must be some way of getting him out of Delhi.
He wouldn't hear of it.
Of course he wouldn't. It's up to you to force him to leave. Oh, don't look so shocked, Das. It's for his own good, isn't it?
I happen to think he is the greatest man we have ever produced. That is why I look so shocked.
I'm as fond of the Mahatma as you are. Even though he is liable to tell my troops to throw away their guns any day now. For all I know, he is the greatest Hindu since Buddha.
Then how can you suggest a thing like
Because
that?
I don't want him to be assassinated, and you won't be able to save him. No, you won't. It's the only sensible thing to do, and you know it. I'll have a military train waiting to take him up to Simla, where he will be given free rein over my private estate.
No, I can't do it to him. He is the one who gave us our freedom.
Very well, Das. I can't tell you how to do your job. I'll alert my camps when you expect it.
Between 5 and 6.
That doesn't give us much time to wait. No, not very much. Men to report back in barracks immediately. Staff meeting in my office.
In succession. Arm to the right, in column of 3.
What took so long?
I was followed.
Are you sure?
I think so. But I think I lost him.
You think?
There was a beggar lying in front of the store, and when I came out, he jumped up and followed me. I got on a trolley and rode to the Kashmiri gate, and from there I took a taxi back here.
Idiot! Why did you come back here?
Where else could I go?
Any place. You know the rules.
I'm sorry, not to. I did not wish to be separated from you.
All right, all right. We may have to leave here sooner than I planned, so let's eat.
But if the police know that we are here, then every minute we stay.
Well, tell me, where shall we go?
I don't know, but somewhere.
It is safer to wait than to run. This station is a big place. Remember,
We are needles in their haystack, isn't it? Well,
What is it? Rani is here?
staying at the Swiss hotel.
It is a good sign, Natu. We can go to her. Who would think to look for us there? That is what you're thinking, eh? Isn't it?
I'm thinking of a wedding. Not mine. The future of India depends on Hindu strength. Does the Hindu race stand on feet of clay? Let us Hinduize all politics and militarize the Hindu community. Only then can Hindustan repel the attacks of all the adverse winds that blow. Past experience is bitter. The death of my father and wife proved to me in blood years ago the failure of the principle of non-violence. Daily the toll of dead and homeless in our riot-torn nation mounts. I hold Gandhi and his philosophy responsible for soft policy toward the Muslims. Let Gandhi retire from the scene. The choice is clear. Hindus can defend their sacred honor and live, or cringe behind Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence and perish from this earth. Long live India.
Show them who pays for your editorials, Natu. Me.
No, that's very good. Very nice. Thank you very much.
There's someone who'd like to see you.
Tell him in a little while.
It is Servalaj Prahlad.
Prahlad? Prahlad is here?
Yes, he's come especially to meet you.
Well, don't stand there. Take me to him.
Godse, Shri Prahlad. Oh, yes, and his good right hand, Shri Kanik.
I have been looking forward to this meeting, Nathram.
For me, it is a great honor. I've read every line you've ever written. In fact, I've made your political philosophy my own.
I know. I have been following your work ever since Professor Datra first showed me your prize-winning essay.
Revolution and reform, you know it.
Indeed. When you graduated, I was responsible behind the scenes for getting you your first newspaper job.
That is most flattering. But for several years now, I've been waiting to be called into your society.
First, you should understand very clearly what it means to become one of us. You must be prepared to sacrifice your life. Nothing less.
Try me.
There is something perhaps even more difficult for a young, hot-blooded man like you. You must forget marriage entirely. You must be free to risk everything without fear of family reprisal. You must take an oath, not only of complete obedience, but also never to marry.
There's no woman who stands in my way.
Not now, perhaps, but you are still young. If, after all I have said, you are still not deterred, let me finally warn you. There is no turning back from our society. The vows are taken for life. No one can change his mind and resign. If you have tried, it pains me to say. Are you still so anxious to join us, Nathram Godse?
If you will have me.
I shall be here 2 nights from now, Nathram. Return then at the same time, if your decision has not changed.
It will not change.
And remember, no one must ever know what we have discussed here.
They never will.
He did not say no women, just no marriage.
Please don't destroy it. That was cruel.
I'm a cruel man.
I don't believe it. You're just angry because I caught you smelling a flower.
Stupid, wasn't it? I almost missed the loveliest fragrance in this garden. Who are you?
I'm named for the flower you destroyed.
Ratke Rani?
Rani, anyway.
I saved the most sensational idea for the next editorial. Mrs. Mehta. You know each other?
No, I'm not Ramgotze.
Yes. The misguided voice of reaction.
And where is your husband tonight?
I left him on the tennis court showing his admirers the serve he used to win the club championship.
Why don't you go and watch him after? You like sports.
Oh, no. Much too full.
No one is telling you to play. Get an interview with the champion.
Oh, yes? That is a splendid idea, Nat.
Yes.
See you later.
You don't care any more about tennis than I do.
Don't I?
No. Or you wouldn't be wandering in this garden with a lonely drink.
I'll share it with you.
I hardly think your husband would approve.
Don't tell me Naturam Godse, the fiery demagogue, is afraid of my husband.
Is that a challenge? Be careful, because I always accept a challenge.
So do I. At least we have that in common.
How would a woman like you have heard of me?
From your editorials, of course.
Ah, you must have heard your husband discussing them.
You are wrong. I do all my own reading and thinking.
One of these modern, emancipated women. I prefer a woman to know her place and not try to be so sophisticated.
Are you always so difficult?
Our points of view are different.
Very. We're having some people to dinner 2 nights from now. Come up and hear the other point of view.
I assure you, Mrs. Mehta, at this moment, your house is the last place in the world I would go.
I'm sorry. Bye. Please, let me go. The editor's office, please.
Over there.
Oh, Mrs. Mehta. Well, what a pleasant surprise.
That isn't surprise on their faces. It's shock.
You're the first woman who ever came here alone. We are a conservative press.
I'd say you're a reactionary press. How can an intelligent man like you keep printing these dreadful editorials about Mahatma Gandhi?
Because that is my opinion, and I agree with it.
Well, I didn't expect to find this in your office.
I believe in knowing your enemy.
Gandhiji is no one's enemy. I wish I could find some way of making you see that.
Are you one of his followers?
I can't honestly say that I am. I smoke, I drink, I have a violent temper, but I believe in him. He's pure goodness and love.
Love. Now, that is something I should like to discuss with you.
I must get to the club. I have a lunch.
Club? Which club? Oh, excuse my ignorance, but I do not belong to any clubs.
The racket club. I don't belong either. Magin does.
Ah, your husband, the champion. Tell me something. Can you get Nasek whiskey at the club?
Nasik whiskey?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Maybe we could discuss some politics over a glass.
Well, where does one get Nasik whiskey?
In Nasek, of course. We could go there on Tuesday, if you like. I'm free then.
Tuesday?
We could meet on the 7:20 bus. It's not a bad ride. Just one change at Nasik. We'll have lunch in a charming little inn outside the town that serves excellent Nasik whiskey.
You sound as if you do this quite often, Mr. Godse.
I've been there before, but never with a follower of Gandhi.
Is that another challenge?
Does it frighten you? I've heard you believers in nonviolence must possess absolute courage.
I really must go then.
In any case, I've decided to make the trip, so come if you're free.
Perhaps.
If you expect to convert me to Gandhi's philosophy, it will require long hours of hard work.
I haven't decided that you're worth it.
Nasik bus loading. Nasik bus leaving. Hurry up. Hurry up for Nasik. Are you coming, sir?
I'm expecting someone.
We are leaving. I must close the door.
Don't tell me you're going to Nasik too.
Yes? What a happy coincidence, Mrs. Mehta. Rather a rough ride, isn't it?
And in some ways, rather a dangerous one. I wish you'd sit somewhere else. Someone might recognize us.
A teacher of political philosophy out with her pupil. What harm is there in that?
Gandhi believes in the emancipation of women. That's what first attracted me to him.
That's all very well for you, but in villages like this, you'll find they still prefer the old ways.
You're like all the men in this country. You think women were put here to work for you, be your playthings and raise your families.
For most women, that seems to be enough.
I'm not most women.
Be long. Wait here, please. When is the next bus to Trimba?
After 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yes.
We shall rent a car. Come along.
But that's so expensive.
It's only money.
I suppose I shouldn't have accepted your invitation today.
Why not? Are you afraid of me?
I wouldn't be here if I were.
And yourself, perhaps. You're not happy with your husband.
Please don't expect me to answer such a question. We hardly know each other.
But we know where we disagree, and that is a fine beginning. Opposites attract, isn't it?
I must get some water.
Come on. I will show you something.
What is this place?
It is a temple to the sun god Surya. It is over 1,000 years old.
Incredible.
Take your shoes off. It's a sacred place.
Still?
To some of us.
How can you drink that whiskey? Will it kill you?
So, you want to reform not only my politics, but my habits. That is certainly a good sign. I drink to that. To your tender concern. How long have you been married?
3 years. I married Megan because there were so many places in the world I wanted to see. Wimbledon, Paris, Forest Hills, California. I've been everywhere with him. Of course, once we have children,
Well, I'm glad at least to know you could have children. That is, if you ever find the time.
You can be cruel, can't you?
I'm sorry. But, I think it is because I'm falling in love with you. And I know it will cause me great unhappiness.
Your food's getting cold.
Have you ever been in love, Rani?
Once?
What is it like?
Painful.
Who was he? Your husband?
No. A student. He was a year ahead of me. He left college to follow the Mahatma and was killed in a lathi charge by the police.
That's what comes of Gandhi's passive resistance. It'll dig a grave for us all.
You're wrong. Dear, look at the time.
2:30, what of it?
Well, we must start back. I've got friends coming to dinner at 8.
That's impossible. You would have to catch a 3:15 bus from Nasik, which means we must leave now.
I'm sorry. I should have told you before.
Yes, you might have.
Please don't be angry.
Well, who am I to get angry? I'm just a simple fella. I've not traveled. I've not been to Wimbledon and Paris.
Please don't shout.
Who's shouting? What reason have I for shouting? After all, I had my lunch, isn't it? What difference does it make whether or not I have my dessert?
Then go ahead and order your dessert. I can assure you there will be no dessert of that kind no matter what bus we take.
You are going already? I have reserved a room for you as usual.
By all means, stay, Mr. Godse. Perhaps you'll find what you really came for. It isn't Nasik whiskey.
And what did you really come for? Answer me that if you dare! Answer me!
Answer me, Natu. Answer me. If we have to leave the station, we can go to Ronnie's, isn't it? Who would think to look for us there?
That's the last place in the world I would go.
Let me have a swallow.
Saab,
Who is it?
laundryman Saab. Anything to wash?
No, not today.
Saab, come closer. It could be a trick, Natu.
Yes?
Chaco has been caught by the police. Your orders are to remain here in hiding until 4 o'clock.
If Chaco has been caught, we are next.
But he doesn't know who or where we are.
Unless he was told before he was captured.
Then our orders would not be to stay here. Use your head up to... Yeah. I've saved the last swallow for you.
Do you think I'm worthy of this mission, Natu? Maybe you should release me.
There's no turning back. Besides, you're the only one I trust. You up there, no one but you will go with me. We shall enter the garden by the back way at 4:30.
Listen to me, please. Maybe I should stay.
We shall wait there at the gardener's cottage for half an hour. You and I up there. We shall leave the gardener's cottage when we see Gandhi approaching the prayer platform.
What if my hand trembles? I may be a puri.
We shall walk toward him together, Abte, and we shall greet him as all the others do, bowing humbly to the old man. And then we shall shoot him until we have no bullets left in our guns. We shall do this together, Abte. And our countrymen in every generation yet unborn will bless us for it. Don't be afraid, my brother.
Thank you, Natu. I shall try to be worthy.
We are the retiring room manager. Please let us in. I'm sorry. You cannot have the room another day.
We will pay for a full day and promise that we shall vacate in 4 hours.
Impossible. In another 10 minutes' time, the family of the Eastern Branch manager will arrive here by the 11:55 from Calcutta. You must vacate the room now.
All right.
It's no use to argue. Pack up.
I don't like it.
Never mind that. Go ahead of me, get the first small cab you see, and hold it. I will follow in 2 minutes.
Can't we stay together?
No. One thing more. If you should be taken prisoner...
I'll tell them nothing.
That may not be possible for you. They have ways. Tell them, after refusing to talk for a while, tell them that our plan is to do it tomorrow. Huh?
Not what if they should catch you and not me?
When you get into the cab, count to 150. If I'm not there by then, go. And do what you must this evening.
Bahalao, Natu. Till we meet again.
Bahalao. Hey.
One moment, please, sir. One moment, please, sir. Stop, sir. I must have a word with you. Please, sir. Please, sir. One moment, please, sir.
The manager wants you, sir.
Well?
Your room key, sir. You've not returned it to me.
It is in the door.
You sure?
Yes, yes.
Come have a look.
But I'm late for my train.
What train? This morning you said that you're going to stay in the room till 3 o'clock.
All right. But let go, huh? I'm not a criminal.
There is no need to lose your temper. Regulations specify that all keys should be handed in personally. Where to, sir?
Drive on. I'll direct you as we go.
Your wedding?
Trust me, Master. Guruji and our motherland are one.
What is it you want?
You must not stay here. Many of us have been sent to warn you if we can find you. Police are everywhere and arresting hundreds. You must come with me.
I have no money for beggars. Stop bothering me.
Master, listen to me.
Go about your business.
Look. Please, Master.
I carry for you, Sahib. I carry.
Keep it. Go home.
No, no, I carry for
Leave
2
him
hours.
alone.
You take it.
Leave him alone.
No, Sahib, I want another, please. Sahib, 1 anna. Whatever you pay is all right.
You're watching us all
1 anna,
Is
Sahib.
it two of
Only
you?
1
Don't
anna.
stop following me at once. I shall report you to the police.
1 anna, Sahib. 1 anna.
French troops mount a January offensive in Indochina. Guerrilla forces with nationalist aspirations fight back. In the bitter struggle, both sides adopt a policy of scourge, leaving the land devastated and thousands homeless. Birth pangs in India. The first 6 months of Indian independence continue to be marred by bitter Hindu-Muslim riots. The fratricidal warfare is waged over the partition of the Dominion into 2 states, India and Pakistan. Bombay is the scene of some of the worst destruction and bloodshed. Elsewhere, hundreds of thousands of pitiful refugees move in opposite directions, some from Muslim territory, some from Hindu. Mahatma Gandhi, the great soul of India's millions, goes on a mission of brotherhood into the riot-torn villages. Just recovered from his nearly fatal fast for peace, but the only man both sides will listen to, he travels hundreds of miles on foot. The latest development in the use of dogs for rescue work. Dog parachutists of the United States Army Air Force. Here you see a team of huskies being dropped from an aircraft over a site at Goose Bay, Labrador.
Would you care for some refreshments?
No. Just a moment. I will take some refreshments with you after all.
My name is Sheila.
You there! Just a moment.
They mean us. I want an orange crush.
No.
Please, you are hurting my arm.
Let's get a drink at your place.
It will be 10 rupees to go to my room.
All right. Is it far?
No, my cycle is outside. What is the trouble?
You keep watch. So far, no sign of police. It is all very quiet.
It is a good thing for you up there. You were drinking beer, yeah? I smelled it on your breath.
Yes, yes, yes. I tell you, the police have captured Natu, and all you can do is waste time asking me questions.
He's right, Karnik. If they have Natu, we are in trouble. I think we should notify Prahlad.
When I want your advice, Rampura will ask for it. I am in command here. Prahlad has given me full responsibility for this mission.
Natu was my best friend. I do not think I can do it without him.
You know the laws of the society? You took the oath, yeah? Duty is our sacred law and there is no turning back. You remember Biji, Rampur?
The one who fled to Austria.
Yes, he was in your section for a while. That was before your time up there. He changed his name, married a woman in Vienna, and no doubt thought after 5 years he had escaped the society. Prahlad was so pleased with the way I took care of him.
Natu is safe. I saw him.
Thank God.
Where?
In Chandni Chowk.
Yes, he could still walk to Birla House from there.
Let him finish.
He would not trust me. I followed him into the cinema. The police came in the interval, and he left with a woman.
Who was she? Where did they go?
I do not know, Master.
You mean you did not follow them?
I myself was stopped and questioned by the police. I came to you as soon as I was released.
At least we know he is safe.
How can you be so sure up there? The woman might be a detective.
What's that?
The kitchen.
You did not say there was another entrance here.
You did not ask. It is for the servants.
Get me a drink, and then perhaps I will sleep a little.
The bottle is in the kitchen. I will have to unlock the door.
Naturally.
Shh. He has a gun. I felt it when we rode together on the cycle.
Get whiskey if you have it.
I have only gin.
It will do. The money's on the dressing table.
You are generous.
I wish to stay until 4 o'clock without being disturbed. Answer the door for no one. Besides, how do you know how much I can drink? You're not from the south, is it?
The north. My home was in Punjab.
You're from Punjab, and yet you worship Ganesh, who is a local god of my region?
My husband was Maharashtrian.
Your husband?
He was killed in the riots.
Then you're a widow.
I have 2 little ones to take care of.
Have they taken your relation from you? No!
No.
A Hindu woman who mourns her husband wears no jewelry. She wears no paint upon her face. And no red tilak. And no flowers in her hair. Wait! I'm sorry. Wait, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What they have done to you is not your fault. A widow alone must find some way to live. Cheer up. Come on, let's have a drink, huh? Yeah, come on, let's have a drink. See how lovely you are now.
hair is darker and more beautiful than the night. Oh.
Are you a poet?
I used to be. When I was young.
One of my friends can read. She tells us which films are showing.
That's most useful. Shall I tell you a secret?
Yes, I like secrets.
You do? Say, I swear by Ganesh never to repeat what I'm about to hear.
I swear.
I will avenge you soon.
Avenge? What does it mean?
To pay back in kind. I will pay back in kind for the death of your husband and all the death and damage that have been caused.
How will you do that? It is too late.
Do you know anything about politics?
It is too deep a subject for women.
Yeah, not for all women. No, not for all women. What is it?
You dropped something.
Come here.
Let me undress first.
Just come here and do not speak.
I am Sheila. This woman, is she the reason they are hunting you?
Never mind the woman.
I meant no harm. You are tired. Let me massage you. Then perhaps you will sleep.
You're late. You know we are Babrao's guests.
I was working on an editorial. Couldn't seem to get it right.
What's wrong with you, Natu? You haven't taken a day off since your trip to Nasik. And that was 3 weeks ago. Just work.
Abte! Stop dragging me. Do you want me to step on people?
I see Babrao. Babraoji.
Ah, Abte. You sit at the end. Godse, you sit next to me. What do you think of my tabla player here, Natu? He's great, isn't he?
congratulate you on your restaurant, Ronnie. I never knew such an elegant place existed on Malabar Hill. What shall we call it? The Green Room? The Sky Room? The top of the world? The service was excellent, and the food superb.
Here, take the menu home with you.
Yes. I'd like to. After our last outing, I didn't expect you would want to see me again.
I tried, but I couldn't get you out of my mind. No, Natu, I really must get into town and do my shopping.
But what can you possibly buy that is more precious than these moments we have together?
Well, let me see. A new electric iron, new bedspreads for our beach house, a tennis racket press for...
For Magin?
Yes. I'm very fond of Magin. He's a good person. Better than most, I think.
But...
But nothing. Do you expect me to tell you how horrid he's been? Well, he hasn't. He's never said a harsh word to me in the 3 years we've been married, and I haven't been exactly easy to live with.
I'm beginning to realize that. You're strong-willed, independent, stubborn.
Are those things so bad to be?
For a woman, yes. Especially for an Indian woman.
You're impossible.
Oh, what's the use, Ronnie? We can never change each other. You might as well go shopping and just drop me off someplace in town.
I wouldn't expect you to waste an afternoon with a strong-willed, independent and...
Stubborn woman.
Thank you. I almost forgot what I was.
Ronnie.
Just leave me alone.
I want you. You, after you, I couldn't stand any other woman.
Natu.
I must have you.
No, that isn't love. No, Natu, please. You hurt me. Don't you know love can't be taken by force?
Forgive me, Ronnie.
I'm no more than some female flesh to you.
Oh, no. That isn't true, Ronnie. It's just that ever since my marriage...
You have a wife?
No. She died a month after we were married. It was a long time ago.
How awful. Did she... Was she killed in an accident?
Nothing is an accident. She was 14 years old and I was 18. I married her because it was my father's dying wish. She was like a flower waiting to open. I did not touch her. I wanted to give her a chance to grow up a little and know me better. And perhaps... Yes, perhaps to love me. Then, one night while I was working as a typesetter, the riots broke out again. Some men came to our house and they threw on the bed and in the bed I've never even slept in.
Don't. Natu, please. Don't torture yourself.
Oh, it is as though the only way I could say it would be a gun or a knife.
Please. Please, that's enough. Come. It's getting late.
Honey, you don't want anything more to do with me.
I'm a grown woman and I've seen a great deal of the world. I know what I'm doing. I'll ask Magin for a divorce as soon as possible. I love you. I love you. Don't you love me?
Ronnie, if I could marry anyone, I would marry you.
What are you talking about?
Ronnie, in the society I belong to, I've taken an oath never to get married.
Oh. Is that all?
All.
Grown men playing boys' games of secret societies. You can't be serious.
It's no use.
But you can't
I
take...
told you I've taken an oath never to get married.
Keep the gun. Pawn it. Then take the day off. What have you got there?
Nothing.
Do not return here. There was a policeman around earlier asking questions. If he's still hanging about, be careful. He went through the whole building. Sure you've got nothing there? Who is our friend in there?
A poet, I think.
The gun?
He is a strange one.
All right. Go on now.
You, get away.
Where are you going in such a hurry?
Nowhere.
What are you hiding there?
Nothing.
Nothing, is it? Who are you going to kill with this?
No one.
No one. Nothing. Nowhere. You go with me. Come on.
You and Boza stand over there by the steps. They may try as soon as he appears.
When he comes from his room, the crowd may break through the cordon. We should have police lines to hold them back.
Can you imagine the Mahatma permitting the police to push around anyone?
Are you going to station a man in the gardener's cottage?
He would be wasted there. That window is less than 3 feet above the ground. Once the prayer meeting starts, it would be completely blocked by the crowd. I have told the gardener not to allow anyone inside. From these steps to that platform. That's the part that worries me the most.
Chief!
Yes, Bose?
I think you better come back to headquarters.
Have you found someone?
Yes.
Now you stay here.
Chief, there are hundreds of them.
He'll be coming from the house at exactly 5 o'clock. That is one thing you can count on. He is never late.
I'd better set my watch with yours.
It's 5 to 3. Come along.
This is what I mean, Chief. Some of them we don't even have the legal right to hold.
Do not release anyone until 6 o'clock.
But, Chief,
I'll assume full responsibility. Let me know immediately if any kind of a lead is turned up.
Come with me. You're next.
Frank, just the man I want. Sign every agent we have to Birla House this evening.
Better to read the top paper on your desk.
Your weekly report. Haven't time for it just now.
Please take the time, sir. It shows there have been more crimes in the last 10 days since you put everyone on the assassination job than Delhi has had in any entire 2-month period before.
I've seen the figures, Frank. It's only a matter of a few hours more, just till the prayer meeting ends tonight.
And if they don't try tonight again,
I'm
Chief?
convinced that they will.
But if they don't?
If they don't try tonight, they surely will tomorrow.
And if not tomorrow, the next day. And if not the next day.
All right, I can count.
Listen to me, Chief. You should be sending men back to regular duty instead of taking him off it. If the Mahatma refuses to do anything to protect himself, twice our security force won't make any difference.
He's the greatest man we have. We've got to save him. You should have seen him, Frank. He's getting on, 78, I believe, and still weak from his fast. He is depressed about the Muslim-Hindu riots and partition. He sits there a lonely, tired, anguished man. And still there is no force on earth that can budge him 1 inch from his principles. The security force stays just as it is. Furthermore, I want 50 uniformed policemen outside that garden tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
This one. She was picked up with a gun she stole from one of her clients. According to her description, he seemed to be crazy or some kind of fanatic. She said he was looking for a place to hide out for a few hours.
Where is he now?
It is not my fault. I'm a refugee and could find no work.
Where is he?
Asleep in my room.
Bring her.
Sheila?
Just a moment. Are you a servant?
No. Do I look it?
Then why do you use the servant's entrance?
Who are you?
Police.
I'm a businessman.
What kind of business brings you here?
Not business. Pleasure.
Your name, please?
Mr. Dalmacher.
Hold up your hands, please. Have you some identification?
I make it a habit of leaving my wallet at home when I visit these places.
All right. Sorry to have troubled you, sir.
You have a cigarette? Lady smoke, don't mind. And a match.
Sergeant Chara, how long you been here?
50 minutes, sir.
Did you see anyone leave by this back way?
Yes, sir. Just now a man left.
Why didn't you stop him?
I stopped him, sir. He was a businessman, harmless. He was not one of those we are looking for.
How can you be so positive?
I searched him, sir. No guns, nothing, sir.
I would like to use it on you, but take it.
I was praying to the Mother Goddess for you the whole time.
A fine pair. One would like to spend all his time in the temples, the other in the brothels.
I need some money.
What for? Another woman? You will use up all your strength not to.
At least I do not waste it in talking. I need the money to pay off the gardener.
Prahlad will be informed of your stupidity.
You yourself have never made a mistake, eh, Karnik? Who missed with a bomb 10 days ago? Who chose Chaka for this job? And who decided that we stay at the railway station? Prahlad shall also be informed of your stupidity. If this job is to be done, it will be done my way. Come on, Apte.
I am in command here. I will say when to go and when to stay. Now will you obey?
Get him off me.
A little lesson in discipline first.
Please, Karnik!
You break his arm, he cannot shoot.
Quiet, both of you. I've had too much insubordination. Well, Natu, will you obey now? Yeah?
I obey Prahlad and no one else.
Leave him alone.
Do not try to stop me again.
What is your hurry, Natu? You have time. You do not have to be at the garden until 4:30. That is 1 hour yet.
We will walk slowly.
Brilliant. If you walk too slowly, you will arouse suspicion. How could you choose the chicken heart? Look how his hands tremble.
His hands tremble, do they? Then you take his place, Karnik. He might miss, but your hands are always so steady. Well, Karnik.
You talk big with my gun.
Give him your gun, Apte.
Natu.
Go on, give it to him. Take it if you're so brave, Karnik. Take up this gun and come with me. In that case, we will leave whenever you say. Then perhaps you do not mind if I leave with Apte now. Come on.
Make sure you are so bold in the garden.
You are getting old, Karnik. Soon Natu will replace you.
No. When we start the riot, I will make sure the crowd tears him limb from limb.
Thank you for doing this, Natu. The goddess will give me courage. Besides, where else would we go until it is time?
Nowhere.
Natu? Do you believe in rebirth?
Of course, why?
I was wondering what would happen to us in the next life if
what?
If Gandhi is not what we think he is, but a saint.
He's no saint.
But how can we be sure he is not a true saint, as so many say?
He will know for sure the instant he dies.
But if he calls out to Rama, and we have killed him, we will be vile things in the next life.
He will not call out to Rama, I swear it. He will not. You will see. Wait here.
Where are you going?
Do as you're told.
Please, Natu. I'm afraid to be alone. Parvati, my mother, goddess of all the earth, giver of life, protector of all your children. Help me. Help me. Help me.
Well?
Rani, I had to see you once more. I couldn't stay away.
Has anything changed, Natu?
No. Rani?
Don't start it again. Why did you come here? Why?
Rani, listen to me. I love you. That's what I've come to tell you. I love you. Never doubt it.
How can I believe it when
You must believe it. Rani. Rani. Rani, listen to me. Would you go away with me now? This instant?
Without even a word to Maggie?
You can tell no one. We'll have to leave the country, change our names, find a quiet place somewhere. But we'll be together. Together, Rani.
Natu, has anything happened?
Do not answer it.
But it might...
No.
What's wrong, Natu?
Just answer my question. Will you do it? Will you come with me?
Well, I must tell Megan decently.
No.
I can't do it to him. Oh, 1 hour, not 2. Please, what does 1 hour mean?
In 1 hour, you will understand. Goodbye.
No vehicle may go beyond this point, sir.
Very well.
Answer the phone. Is Natu here?
Magin's in.
Have you seen Natu?
Why, yes, he left 15 minutes ago. What's happened?
Natu is going to kill a man.
Oh, no.
We both were. Only you can stop him. You must come.
Where?
There is no time. Please, hurry.
Be realistic, Mahatma Ji. The party cannot afford to be without you. You have made no statement to show that you are with us. I myself am coming up for re-election. All I ask of you, all I ask are a few words on the party's behalf to the press. I think I have worked as hard as anyone.
Your capacity for labor is well known to me. But for that matter, the ox who drags a plow from dawn to dusk works harder still. It is moral energy that counts.
Mahatma Ji, I have come to warn you. We may lose the election. A few words from you will make all the difference. A few simple words such as, with national leaders like P.K. Musaddi, our sacred nation will survive her difficulties.
Truth will make her survive.
For once in your life, Mahatma Ji, be realistic.
I must go.
Wait. You're being a selfish old man.
I am what God has willed me to be. My inner voice commands me.
A voice no one else can hear. You admit you can be wrong, isn't it? I suggest your voice is telling you that your soul longs to escape, that there is peace beyond and only tears down here.
I am afraid. I am late.
What of us you leave behind?
A man once tried to sell me life insurance. I almost took it. But then I realized that in getting my life insured, I would rob my children of their self-reliance. Why should they not be expected to take care of themselves?
Our nation is still young and weak. We need our father to show us the way. Let me go now in your place and call off this deadly meeting.
If a single one of us holds out to the end for truth and non-violence, the way is absolutely certain.
How can you talk to him like that?
Because I don't want him to be killed. I suspect Prahlad is behind the plot.
Bapu, I beg you, do not go out there.
Please let me pass, my child.
Then let me walk by your side.
Do you still carry a gun?
Yes.
If no one carried a gun, then no one would have to fear being killed by his own brother.
But there is a killer out there with a gun.
Then I go in the open to show that I have not the face of evil against him. It is because I have failed that you both carry a gun. What more can I say than what I have already said 10,000 times? What else can I write? Yet no one seems truly to understand. The weakest possess the most strength. Humility's power. Non-violence will conquer over violence, though it takes 1,000 years. Would you have me linger 1,000 years, my child?
You have always said you would live to be 125. With respect, Babuji, are you now abandoning this hope?
I do not want to live in darkness and madness. Let me pass, my child.
No. Not unless I go with you.
I go with my granddaughters. And the last part I go alone. The poet said, when no one responds to your call, walk alone. Walk alone.
Keep well ahead of him. Wait for him at the cordon.
I'm here to meet someone.
No one may enter here to this hour.
Find a policeman, Abdi.
I don't see any.
Outside. There are some outside.
I am sorry. I forgive you, my brother. I bless you. Hey, Ram.
Kill the murderer! Kill him! Kill him! Tear him apart!
What are you waiting for? There is the murderer! Kill him! Kill him! Kill him!
I killed him, and he blessed me. He called to God. He blessed me. He blessed me.
Those are the men.
बाबूजी।
The light has gone out of our lives, and there is darkness everywhere. Our beloved leader, Bapu as we called him, the father of the nation, is no more. We will not see him again as we have seen him for these many years. We will not run to him for advice and seek solace from him. And that is a terrible blow, not to me only, but to millions and millions in this country. A madman has put an end to his life. For I can only call him mad who did it. The light has gone out, I said, and yet I was wrong. For the light that shone in this country was no ordinary light. The light that has illumined this country for these many years will illumine us for many more years. 1,000 years later, that light will be seen in this country, and the world will see it. For that light represents the living truth.